Hello again, ladies and gentlemen, Saka here, and welcome back to another episode of NASCAR Racing 2003 season. We are here at the last short track race of the year in Martinsville, Virginia. It is a half mile paperclip, and we qualified inside row 2, so pretty good stuff. It's the first race in the third round. The winner of this race goes on to Homestead to battle for the championship. Really big race on the line. Green flag is in the air. We will follow Dale and Dale both in the chase, and we have Ward Burton to our right, and right behind us in that 28 Texaco Haviland Ford is Brandon. We're all in the chase up here fighting. It would be very bad if one of us was to crash here or spin out. A lot of pressure these last 3 races to get it done. Here at Martinsville, next week at Texas, and then finally Phoenix. So we'll settle in here behind Dale Jarrett in the 88 Quality Care Ford for Robert Yates Racing before it became Roush, Fenway, and all that other stuff. But things are looking good here. We're able to hold the line, and Brandon is sort of protecting our rear bumper here. The AI likes to drive in really deep in these turns here at Martinsville, just like I did there. Actually washed up the track a bit. Brandon will cut us a break, let us get back to the bottom here. This is going to be a one-stopper, and it's going to be very close on fuel. You can see there we're only a few laps short, but I believe tires are going to be the big thing. So we need to watch out for these AI drivers about halfway, lap 25, and see if they're going to come down pit road at all. Looks like Jarrett may clear Earnhardt off the corner here. Not quite. Earnhardt fights back on that high line. We'll follow Jarrett through, try to push him a little bit. We don't want to get into Dale. Brandon washing up the track just a bit there in our mirror. Ward Burton pressuring him. They're single file, so now I can get under Dale. Well, Earnhardt that is. And see if this bottom line can prevail. You definitely want to be on the bottom here at Martinsville. As you can see there, the high line does get a run, but the outbraking and the center of the corner outweighs the drive you can sort of get off. But we're really even on the inside here, allowing Dale Jarrett to sort of pace us to get out front. If Jarrett wins this race, he will be in that championship race at Homestead. A little door-to-door action here with the 3 of Earnhardt. I think we'll be able to clear him here on the inside of this turn, and we cleared him out to the wall. And now let's focus on Jarrett. We're too early to really push. Let's stay in line here as best we can, but Earnhardt will not be denied. He's going to definitely give our back bumper a wear out. If he can get to us, he might move us, and if Earnhardt is faster, I'll let him go. But Brandon now fighting back on the bottom on the inside of Earnhardt for 3rd place. We're sitting pretty here so far, although it's very early and a short track like this, anything can happen. Lap cars are definitely going to be a factor the longer we run. At this point, the lap cars, well, the lappers, those in the back are already a half lap down at the start of the race. So those guys really need to be on their marks in order to outrun us. And Jarrett, I believe, is the fastest car on the track. There goes Earnhardt to her inside. I'm going to just let him be. That aggression this early, it's not conducive. We'll try to keep up and be on his. Whoa! Brandon with a little lockup there nearly takes us out, but we both get it under control. No harm, no foul. We're almost 10 laps in the books with 40 laps to go coming this time by, and you can already see the lap cars there in front of us. In 10 laps, we've caught the field, so they will definitely play a big role in this race. Looking in the mirror, Brandon is holding steady, and behind him it looks like those cars are sort of pacing themselves. So this looks to be where we will ride until pit stops for the time being, unless something crazy happens. And as these faster cars catch these lap cars, the chance of an accident happening grows tremendously for sure. Let's get off the turn here, and it looks like the Dales are setting sail. But we'll be ultra conservative here. We might be able to run faster than them later in a run if they are really pushing their vehicles. They'll wear their tires out, and we may be able to reel them back in, especially if these lap cars go side by side, which at Martinsville they tend to do. we've got the conveyor belt going now, not more than a second separating really anybody on the track. This is where it starts to get tough, and you really have to mind where you're going. Looks like Dale is going to make it under the 42 of Kenny Irwin Jr. there in the Bell South car, and they fight 3 wide in front of us, it looked like, just for a moment. Jarrett and Earnhardt are going to be far enough up ahead that the holes they make are going to be filled by the time we get there. Ideally, we want to be right on Earnhardt's rear bumper and follow him through, but we'll make light work of this traffic.
Still there?
Under the 42, and we should get him from center off. I think this is where we are better than the back markers of the field. It is definitely on turn entry and through the center. Now, if they're able to get a drive off, we actually still may struggle with these lap cars just a bit. Come on. All right, we'll go 3 wide. We'll take the bottom. Hopefully they'll roll out. It all depends on their aggression settings. All right, the Hill Bros car is going to give us a hole, and Brandon will follow us through there. Setting sights on Kyle Petty now. We're under 40 laps to go, and in about 10 laps we'll be halfway. So we need to really start thinking about, in 10 laps, are we going to come down for tires? We can just take a little bit of fuel. We don't have to take a full load for sure, but 4 tires will definitely be the call, I think, as we have to use all 4 corners of the race car to get this to turn. We'll follow Rick Mass through here in the Conseco 14 Pontiac, under the 50 there. And we, move out of the way, lapper. All right, no harm, no foul. We sort of got him out of the groove there. Martinsville, you can get into guys. You can sort of rough them up and they can save it. It's definitely a driver's racetrack for sure. You're not worried about sheer speed and aerodynamics and car balance. You're just driving in as hard as you can and rooting guys out of the way that don't give you the spot. The 97 will give us the spot, though, under the 97 of Chad Little. And focusing on the 00 Buckshot Jones. Nice and easy like. We'll let the 32 come in, and I'm not seeing the leaders anymore. Earnhardt, well, I see Earnhardt right up there. They haven't gotten away from us too awful bad, but we need to make quick work of this lap of traffic, and you can see there we're reeling in Earnhardt and Jarrett. The Cartoon Network car is going to give us a hard run on the outside, though. We'll let him get back in line, and he's under the 4. So feeling pretty good. I feel we're running consistent laps, and the fact that they're not absolutely running away from us, and I mean, those are the leaders right there, and it looks like Earnhardt has taken the point around Dale Jarrett. Whoa, spin, spin, spin. Yellow flag is out. We are going to take the yellow flag, and we could stay out, but I feel that this caution is the time to come down. I believe everyone else is going to come down. So we are going to come down to pit road. Let's take a look at our tire wear, and all 4 tires are wearing evenly. This is definitely going to be a 4-tire stop, and we don't need to put much fuel in it, but I will tell them to put 1 can rather than a half can. And we're waiting on Dale Jarrett. Go, Jarrett. If we were to get to the pit road line before Jarrett, that would black flag us. So we've already lost a ton of time to Earnhardt. He's going to win the race off pit road. There is no question there. All right, let's just come down nice and easy here. We are pitting in the 3rd spot, which is right at the end of this turn. We'll actually be in the middle of the turn when we come down pit road for 4 tires and a little bit of fuel here. No damage to speak of. Almost halfway exactly, so this will work out. And here we go. Nope, that's the wrong pit. Okay, my mistake. You can see where, man, I can't believe I did that. So Ward Burton does not have a pit board either. Oh man, that screwed us. So make sure that you have a pit board painted up and available so you don't get screwed like that. But down and away, Brandon will pass us. We will exit pit road there, and I will rejoin you for the green. All right, coming back to green now. We are in 4th place, but we are not 4th in line. It looks like a bunch of lap cars in front of Dale Earnhardt there decided not to pit on this exchange, so they are actually at the tail end of the lead lap. Green flag is out. In modern NASCAR, they would get the wave around, so all of those cars in front of the leader would come back around. But, oh, Brandon up into the 94 of Bill Elliott, and we all get through clean. Looks like Jarrett and Elliott are running side by side there. Brandon may open some holes for us. We'll see if we can follow him through. Really, really tight quarters racing here, and not a whole lot of ground to make up, and not really anywhere to go. Even though we're right here, we're still in 4th. Looks like, oh, big battle for the lead. Brandon sideways into Jarrett just a bit. Around we go. We will come back to the yellow in 2nd place, it looks like. Oof, that got tight off of turn 2 very quickly. Looks like Earnhardt will be the leader. We'll come around in 2nd, and Brandon will have some work to do. And we'll take the yellow, and we'll be back with you for the restart. That didn't take long. Getting ready to go green this time, and as you can see, we have a pretty clear view of the front. Earnhardt is the leader, and it looks like all of those cars that would have taken the wave around possibly have pitted or have gotten out of our way. So the leader is right here and clear track in front of us. This is a really good opportunity. Coming down, rolling green, green, green. We're going to push Earnhardt past Bill Elliott here, get to the bottom, see if we can make a move. And it looks like Earnhardt will fight back hard on the outside. We've got Bill Elliott down there really pressing us to stay on the lead lap. And Earnhardt has checked out and engaged another gear, for crying out loud. We can ride right here. A 2nd place would be pretty good. Down to 17 laps to go now. Tires and fuel are not an issue, especially with these yellow flags. The tires will not wear as quickly as the first run did. So we should be okay as far as pit stops are concerned. It doesn't matter what happens here. We will not be seeing pit road anymore. It's just driving what we got and hoping to catch up to some more lap traffic, because Earnhardt is definitely the best car out here. Looking in my mirror, I'm trying to see if I can spot Brandon. He has an uphill battle to fight through all of those positions and these lap cars that started on the inside of us. Oh man, I'm really trying to get to Earnhardt, but we pushed up just a bit. The brakes were not working with me, and 15 laps is going to go by very quickly, about 3 laps a minute. So we're looking at yellow flag is out. I have no idea what happened there, but time will start ticking away very quickly. When we come back to take the yellow, we'll come back in 2nd, and maybe, just maybe, these lap cars will be single file if we run more than 4 laps of caution. But either way, I will come back to you for the 3rd restart. coming back to a restart with 9 laps to go, and you saw a little bit there of the classic NASCAR racing AI under yellow here at Martinsville. We passed a lot of lap cars because the pace car doesn't care, and then they had to pass us all back, but we have Mark Martin behind us for second. Earnhardt must have pitted, but we're going to take advantage of this if we can. We can get a good jump here, and hopefully Mark Martin can keep Dale Jarrett back, because while I am confident we can beat Mark Martin, I am not confident we can beat Dale Jarrett. And even if Mark Martin beats us and wins, that is a non-chase driver winning, as Mark Martin was eliminated last race thanks to Tony Stewart. But Dale Jarrett, I really have to watch out for. I'm going to drive as hard as I can here to try to keep him behind me and protect the bottom as best I can. There's not much left in this race, and this, I think, is my opportunity to make it to the championship race. If we let this slip and I have a terrible run at Texas and Phoenix, that's it. But if we can take this home, if we can bring this home, we can do whatever we want to in Texas and Phoenix. Jarrett to the outside. No. Power. If Dale Jarrett clears this is all over, because he can hook that bottom and just drive away. I am not going to let Dale Jarrett go. We're going to be fighting side by side here, 6 laps to go. It's going to be over in just 2 minutes. We have to drive hard as we can here. Jarrett is not getting that drive off. Maybe, just maybe, his tires are giving up. We're going to clear him here. We'll get out to the wall, and hopefully that was it. Hopefully that was Dale Jarrett's last run. 5 laps to go. Just a scant 2.5 miles of racing to go. Lap cars will not be a factor thanks to this last restart. So this is just us. Oh, we overcooked it just a bit. Nope, cut down. No, you don't, Dale Jarrett. And we can actually cause him to sort of slow down in the middle of the corner. And as soon as he hits the brakes, we're on the gas. And we can get down that straightaway much faster than Jarrett can. I'm starting to see a little bit of lap traffic now, coming to 3 laps to go. Oh, I'm protecting this bottom as best I can. I am not doing a wide entry, as the AI is going to think that that's an opening, and they're just going to stick their nose in there, and I cannot afford to let Dale Jarrett get his nose anywhere near my rear end. But seriously, coming around to 2 laps to go, this is where you earn your medal. We've raced for 30 races, and the whole season can come down to this. 2 laps to go, 1 mile of racing left, just 40 seconds of perfect driving is all I need. I don't believe lap cars are going to be a factor. Jarrett is still hanging tough in that mirror. I cannot overdrive these corners. I don't think he has enough for us. White flag in the air. 1 more lap to go.
Go get it, buddy, go get it. Please not underlead that.
A half mile, good corner entry. It looks like Jarrett didn't gain any on us in turn entry. We're going to push as hard as we can here. Lap cars are not going to be a factor. Let's get into turn 3. Hold the bottom. Power off, and we done it. We did it. We are going to Homestead. Ladies and gentlemen, we have raced all season, and now we are going to be one of 4 drivers battling for a championship in Miami in just 3 weeks. Whew, what an incredible drive. That is the race of my season right there. That was make or break. So Jarrett, Martin, Stewart, Labonte, Skinner, Burton, Benson, only 16 cars on the lead lap. Brandon finished 15th. It could be better, but it could be worse. Brandon still should be within shouting distance of these guys in front of us, especially with Texas coming up. It's a pretty good track for Brandon, and Phoenix is really anybody's race. We didn't have a good run there last time, but, you know, we don't have to worry about it. We have done it. We are going to Homestead. Oof, that was rough. And you know, I did not see Jeff Burton. Jeff Burton is in the chase, but he is not in the top 20. Ouch. That's got to be terrible. But let's get down pit road here. Get to the right pit stall to celebrate. That that was Jeff Gordon-esque right there. We're going to Homestead. Yeah, looking down there, Jeff Burton finishes 38th. That is going to essentially take him out of the championship. He's got to be miles behind the rest of us now. So Brandon is, he's going to beat one driver for sure, and he shouldn't be too far back from everyone. But let's take a look at some of these cautions that came out here. What kept us together, I wonder? Let's go back to that last yellow flag and see what brought out that last yellow that sort of set us up. I think in the grand scheme of things, the yellow really helped us because, I mean, we were stretching out on Mark Martin there for sure. I don't know if Jarrett would have came back, but I think keeping the tires under us was good. Looks like the 14 was definitely involved here under Junior, and it looked like a secondary wreck there in front. Dale Jr. pushing the 14 around, and then Gordon gets into the 75 right in front of us too. So two separate crashes here coming to lap 35, and yeah, the 11 just turns the 75 into Jeff Gordon right behind Brandon there. 75 goes around, two crashes on the front stretch to reel us all back in. But let's take a look at the standings. So there we are in the championship 4. Jarrett, Stewart, and Ward Burton would advance. If the cutoff was now, Earnhardt would be out. Wallace and Brandon would be out, and Jeff Burton 31 spots behind the cutoff. But only 14 points, 14 spots between Brandon and Jarrett. Ooh, it's going to get dicey quick. But that's going to do it for me in this episode, ladies and gentlemen, of NASCAR Racing 2003 season. Like, share, and subscribe if you are so bold. Thank you so much for tuning in, and I will see you next week at Texas. Take care.